Figured we could talk about some random shit and then do the top 6 candies. I still haven't finished Rings of Power. Sue
God
me.
damn it, dude.
damn.
What the hell?
God. Holy
Hey,
shit.
Caleb, well, we can talk about it. Just don't spoil it.
Nothing even happens.
But
There's
the-
nothing to spoil.
Well, then we can talk about that.
Kind of. I don't know.
No, debatably, there's nothing to spoil. Nothing happened at the end of that episode.
I'm sure you get like a little tickle of the balls with Sauron or something like that at the end.
Barely.
So, I don't know. I'm fine if you.
Class
I'm
A
fine
pussy
if
shit
there's
right there. $1 billion
fine if
budget
there's
my ass.
light spoilers on that. And then we can talk about She-Hulk and Andor a little bit if you want, or anything else that comes to mind. We can just kind of ramble and then get into.
Oh, I know. I want to talk about the Junior Mints Thief because it's candy related. Yeah.
You mean you?
It's not me.
This could
It
be a
never was me.
confession.
How do we know?
As you're about to find out, Junior Mints did not even make my top 6 list.
You're just
Which
trying
is
to throw us off.
exactly
Yeah.
right. It's a misdirect thing. Like if I was trying to steal something, I wouldn't steal my favorite thing because that would be too obvious, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Steal something that's not your favorite thing.
Or steal multiple things. That way they don't know which one's your favorite thing.
Just steal more. Yeah.
Just steal money.
Oh man. Yeah.
Well, my
it
favorite
reminds-
bill is a $5 bill, so there's no way I would have stolen that $100.
Oh, Abraham Lincoln's my favorite president. Why would I steal it? Yeah. One of my favorite things ever when it comes to stealing is
Should we do this for the podcast and get it in recording for
Well,
future
it can just-
prosecution?
Caleb can start whatever. it
It's
wants.
going.
Okay.
It's-
Yeah, it is. But one of my favorite stealing related things is the episode of Futurama where they give everybody $100 and Bender really wants to buy the Cuban cigar that's wrapped in the Constitution.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, this amount of money." And Bender's like, "How much for them burglaring tools?" And then he spends his $100 on the burglaring tools and breaks in and steals it. And it just makes me laugh that they have like the freaking burglaring tools right next to the.
Isn't that the same
The
episode
guy-
where Fry drinks 100 cups of
He
coffee?
drinks 100 cups of coffee.
Freezes
and time slows
time.
down.
Oh, I'm ready for that show to come back.
There's just an orange blur, that everybody saw. Yeah. I'm more ready for that show than I was. I was a little skeptical.
They got everybody
couple
back though.
reasons. Like they got everybody back.
finally.
If they were not going to get frickin' John DiMaggio back, I mean,
It
that
would have been
a,
weird. It would have been.
that would have been a hard no from me.
Should we go ahead and welcome people to the podcast now that they've joined mid-conversation?
No, nobody is ever welcome here.
You're not welcome here.
We don't serve your kind. Yeah. We should do a top droids list sometime. Favorite droids in Star Wars.
Oh, there's so many to choose from.
5 of them.
Yeah, top 5 or
Top
something.
5, bro. You could do a top 10. There's so many droids, bro.
You could do a top 10, sure, but
Yeah,
but
I'm sure
honestly,
I
there's
could. It'd just be Battle Droid, Phantom
Well, that's-
Menace, Battle Droid,
No, there's all those
Attack of the
cool
Clones.
ones. There's all the cool ones now with all these
Super
shows
Battle
coming out.
Droids.
It's true.
Droid
I just think the thing
because-
would be is like I would care about like my top 5 and then like 6 through 10 would just be like, man, they're all right.
Probe Droid.
Yeah, you would pick the probe droid.
God, Bailey.
Oh.
Creep.
This is a
Oh.
PG podcast.
Oh,
Jesus,
no.
you bitch.
Oh, fuck. God fucking damn it.
I was just about to say we hadn't even cursed up to that point, although we may have and I'd forgotten, but
Probably.
More than likely.
This is a podcast that sometimes has structure but usually doesn't, and today we were going to talk about some random things. I think there's been like 3 or 4 shows that we've all been watching, and then we were going to do the spooky vibe and do favorite Halloween candy, and we were going to do top 5, but I didn't really have like a top 5 chart template, so then I just wanted to go with the top 6. But then it also works out because then it's extra spooky, as Bailey had mentioned to me. There's 3 top 6s, so we got 666 in the podcast. We were able
Let's
to-
go.
Ooh,
Yeah.
play a spooky sound, Caleb.
Shouts to below.
I'm soundless right now. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Don't
I
have
haven't
the
got-
Predator. Oh,
No,
your shit got messed up.
Yeah, my shit got messed up. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Ah,
Damn.
got
Okay.
it.
Do
Hopefully
make
sooner
your own
rather
spooky
than
noise.
Ooh, my
Very
name is
spooky.
Chris. I'm a manager at a theater.
Clickers, right? Oh, damn. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clickers. HBO.
When's that come out?
Last.
Next year.
Yeah, I think so.
I think early.
I think early.
Yeah,
Though.
February or March.
Yeah, probably. That'll be fun. You know what else is fun? Andor. Andor's pretty fun.
Is pretty
liked that so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah, it's good.
I liked the 3 episode the I guess 4 through 6. I was right. I guess anybody would have been right. I thought Nimic was going to die, and he did. There for a second, I thought he was going to become space communist Professor X and just be paralyzed, but
No,
they
just got
murdered
crunched.
everybody. Yeah,
he was more like
crunched.
he's more
That's
like
tough.
Karl Marx, and he was just handing off,
Karl Marx
to the next one. To
That was
who came next,
Okay,
Lenin
Oswald.
or
that
whatever.
was a brutal death.
He was crushed by the money they were stealing. Jeez.
Yeah, there's some symbolism there that I'm probably
Yeah.
not smart enough to.
And then what? That one woman
Yeah.
just like stemmed him so he'd stay alive for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, we need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Here's some freaking morphine,
Adrenaline.
some crystal meth.
Pure
we're just
crystal
gonna
meth
shoot into you.
adrenaline. Yeah.
Oh, so someone called it Venom from Batman. They're like, it's Venom that confirms Batman is canon to the Star Wars universe. It's like, okay, fandoms have gone
Please
too
leave.
far.
There is a
Please
species in Star Wars that are bat-ish. I think they're called Chandra fans or something like that. They're like
You see them in A
little
New
bat
Hope.
dudes.
There's like
Yeah.
that little bat lady who's like, give me that bloody drink, and he hands her that, and then you never see her again.
Well, she went and smoked some death sticks and died
There we
in the
go.
back
Rethinking
alley.
your life.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I thought Andor was really good. I thought it was going to be like 3-episode arcs or whatever, but from something that I heard this morning, I guess episode 7 is sort of like a bridge. The most recent episode's like sort of like a bridge. And then it's going to be 8, 9, and 10 are going to be an arc, and then 11 and 12 are going to be like a finale arc for this
2-part
season.
finale.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So,
Interesting.
yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Diego Luna, Bang Fest.
Biango.
Canonically.
Biango Luna.
Cass canonically getting it with spring break hotties on this vacation planet, I guess.
Cassie and Bangor.
I liked that planet too. Like, you don't see a lot in Star Wars where it's just like, hey, this is where people kick it on vacation.
Oh, you mean
like
Florida?
Yeah,
that was just Florida.
You want to know?
Florida.
You don't want to know where they actually filmed it? They filmed it somewhere in the UK, just like on this beach, and it looks like it could be a Florida beach.
Yeah, that's 100% what I thought it was. Yeah, I liked that. I thought
Florida.
that was an interesting side of Star Wars that you don't see.
Yeah, there's everybody just looking at the waves, and then they just profile Cassian. Like, he just caught himself in a bad spot in that episode, because like literally these people just start running and they're like, hey, this guy's here also. It's like, what, is he gonna sit down? Like, yeah. So
and we got K2SO. Let's go.
I was gonna say, as soon as that droid showed up, my dad did the Leonardo DiCaprio like pointing whistle thing, and he's like, "Oh my god, we're gonna get his origin," and I'm like, I don't think we're getting that.
No, yeah.
Right
I thought
now.
for just a second, but then I was like, they already said that he wouldn't be in it yet.
yeah,
right. They said he's gonna be like season 2.
Yeah,
but
if you're a subtitles watcher and you're paying very, very close attention, when the droid talks, it has a name, but it's not K2SO.
Right. Yeah, I noticed that, and I was like, yeah, so it's
has
not
some other
K2SO.
droid designation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Those things are also a real bastard to fight in
Fallen Order.
Fallen Order.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
Because they grab you, they just pick you up.
And they slam you into the ground too sometimes.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Which it looks like that's what they did in this episode.
Yeah.
They're staying true to. They're just restraint droids. I feel like for the
Yeah.
most part.
And then the guy's like, "Hold him." Blah.
Yeah. I thought in Rogue One I thought that they specifically said what kind of droid he was, but I don't really know what it was. I'm curious what kind of what his actual protocol is. I don't know if it's restraint like
it
that.
might be
or...
Imperial Enforcement or something like that.
It could be. It could. They seem so slow, but at the same time they're tanks.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
the one thing. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the one thing that always has kind of rubbed me, like, a little, it's nitpicky about Star Wars. Just kind of like, wait a second. I thought they designated that they were shutting down droids entirely from, like, the Empire. And then, like, I think I remember there was, like, a bit of dialogue where they literally gave that command. It might have been a deleted scene because they realized, like, oh, well, the Empire still uses droids in the original trilogy. But basically it was like, the Emperor's like, we don't need droids anymore. We want to do, so shut all the droids down. And then they continue to use, like, these enforcer droids and probe droids and mouse droids. And
yeah, it says here he's a KX series security droid.
Oh, security.
Made by Arcad Industries that was in service to the Galactic Empire during the Galactic Civil War. So
we got a Wolf Yularen cameo in this as well that you wouldn't have noticed if you weren't watching it with subtitles.
Yeah, I don't even know who
He's
that is.
speaking in the background somewhere.
No.
Who?
He was the guy who was, like, doing the whole designation thing. He's the guy with the mustache who was like, we have to crack down on all of this stuff. Like, the subtitle said, this is Yularen. And I was just like, oh, cool. You know,
Oh, I know
Anakin and
he's
Obi-Wan's main commander.
yeah,
From
the
Star
head
Wars.
of the ISB. Also,
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Wolf Yularen. He's
Wolf
the narrator of the Clone Wars.
Yularen.
And
yeah, he's the
What
Clone
the hell
Wars
do you
narrator. WU
He was-
LLF.
He was,
he was in Rebels as well for, like, an episode with Thrawn.
He's in episode 4, but he just gets blown up on the Death Star.
Yeah, he's
No,
in that meeting
okay,
with
but like,
Vader in
who
the
was
background.
he in Andor? Where was he in Andor?
Whenever they, like, had all the ISB meeting about, like, the attack on their base, he's, like, standing there telling them, like, hey, we're gonna start cracking down, send all these detachments to all of our bases, and blah, 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 blah. The Empire's taking over, essentially.
Interesting. Okay, cool. Didn't
Yeah.
catch that was him. And did he even have a speaking role in 4?
In 4,
Yeah.
no, he's literally in the background.
Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, I definitely don't know this guy.
Yeah.
I looked him up. I'm like,
He's-
okay, yeah, he's an old man.
I mean, like,
He's
he was
big and-
Glup Shido before Glup Shido was ever a thing.
Yeah,
Before they ever established who he was.
He's big. He's big in Clone Wars, though.
Yeah.
Right on. Okay.
The cartoon. Yeah, so I'm excited to see where it goes. I want maybe not a cameo per se, but I just want at least a reference, just even a small little nugget. And I know this is less of a referencey, kind of show compared to some others, a little less fan servicey, which I would say is good. I've enjoyed that, but just mention something about the Ghost crew, like just a slight Rebels reference, and I would just pee my pants with excitement.
Right place, right
Someone
time.
pointed out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. They're happening at the same time. So
I was gonna say, someone pointed out, like, the same time that Rebels begins, like, you see Ezra looking out at the city, and you see that Star Destroyer show up and, like, hover over the city. It's pretty much the exact same time as whenever Cinta, I think her name was, is back
Yeah.
on that planet and saw that Star Destroyer arrive.
Mm.
So they're saying, like, these are lining up pretty much almost exactly.
Yeah.
So I think we may have to wait until season 2 to get, like, a Ghost Crew mention or cameo, because it's like, at this point the Ghost Crew hasn't established themselves as, like, part of the rebellion. They're just a small group that is rambunctious and rebellious.
Yeah, they just want Mailaroons all the time. Those silly rascals and their fruit.
They're season 1 phase. That's all.
Yeah. So Andor, fun. I guess speaking of season 1 phase, how about season 1 of She-Hulk? Oh, transition.
I will say, like, I'm sure, what was it? We did our top 10 of quarter,
Yes,
and I
you kicked
mentioned how I
She-Hulk
kind of
out.
warmed up to it a little more, and the finale, I actually, it kind of won me over and put this one into a top 4 spot at the very least for me.
Damn.
Yeah. It's a show that gave me exactly what I expected and exactly what I wanted from a She-Hulk series. And I was like, sure, great. Breaking the fourth wall, basically ripping the page apart and saying, hey, this is not how I want my story to end. You better write it better. And that's exactly what she does in the comics all the time. So it's like, it just fits the character, and I think it was fine. That's really all I have to say, because, oh yeah, the CGI. Do we all agree the CGI got better in that final episode?
It was
'Cause
still pretty booty.
it looked
Look-
better than it had. I
Tell
think
me-
they saved their budget for that.
They didn't save their budget for Scar. Jesus.
Oh god.
Right?
Oh,
What the hell?
Oh god, that poor kid in that haircut. No.
I did appreciate the joke that they kind of made at their own expense, like, oh, transform off screen though, because that's too expensive. You know, I thought that some of those sort of meta jokes were funny, but I don't know. I still was not in love
Hot
with
garbage.
the CG of it all.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've already said it before, but like, I genuinely, with a passion, I think, hate fourth wall breaking. Like,
Wow.
I hate it. I can only find one example that I like, and it's Malcolm in the Middle. And it's just because I grew up with it. But I was telling Zach, I thought it was the dumbest shit in the world how she broke out of the TV or whatever and said,
I knew you would hate that.
And
yeah.
said, well, not even just breaking out of the TV. That's fourth wall breaking, sure. But like when she's like, I don't like this blood plot line, so I'm just going to completely erase it. That pissed me off. I was like, you literally erased an entire plot line of the show, which in my opinion was the most intriguing plot line of the show. And they just said, nope. And don't get me wrong. What was happening in the finale there that she interrupted was pretty lame. Like him just shooting up with the blood and then Hulk coming in, and Abomination coming in. I was like, yeah, this is pretty lame, but like you could have written that better and kept that going. And it was just stupid. The whole thing was stupid. And yeah, of course, bad CGI sprinkled throughout the whole show. This is like an easy 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10 show.
Damn. Well. I don't know. I certainly.
It gave me nothing.
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't. I wasn't expecting this to bleed into anything heavy in the MCU, but like I don't know, like they kind of disappointed me with Abomination. Like I liked his character, but at the same time, I still wanted him to rage out and kick some ass, and he didn't, which was disappointing. Yeah. They didn't give me my other Hulk/Red Hulk, which was disappointing. You know, there was just a lot of disappointment.
Red Hulk.
Bro, if that happens though, which I don't think it will, that would be dope.
I don't think it will either.
I'm sure they're going to tease it for like an after credit scene or something like that.
I don't think that Harrison Ford is going to go Red Hulk. I just don't think that he's going to do it. I feel like he accepted this role with some heavy negotiations. I feel like he was look, I don't want to do a lot of shit, but you can have me. Just like Star Wars. He doesn't want to fucking do Star Wars, but he does it because he's obligated.
Oh my god, he loves Indiana Jones though.
Yeah, he does love Indiana Jones. That's true.
And I think like a part of that is because like Indiana Jones is not so obsessive with the fandom. Like Star Wars, it's just become part of the culture. It's like everywhere that you walk, everyone kind of like knows Star Wars. But Indiana Jones, there are still people out there who are like, I know nothing about Indiana Jones. I've never seen Indiana Jones. And so I think he likes it better because those fans are a little more calm. And collected.
Right, they're not psychos.
And he's also the lead of that entire series. So I think that has some leeway because he can actually have an input and a say in where his character goes. Whereas Star Wars is just kind of like, yeah,
no, we're going to kill you.
Shoot some things. And, you know, if you want to die, I guess, yeah, we'll kill you. And he's like, thank you, finally.
I don't know if it was a meme or if it was actually real, because I could see it being real, but it was like picture Harrison Ford and somebody was like asking him, you know, the quote was like, "Oh, what do you think Han Solo's favorite color is?" And Harrison Ford just says, "I fucking hate George Lucas."
It's a meme. It's definitely a meme, but I do think like that would be really funny if that happened.
You could see that happening.
It's exactly. It feels too real.
It feels too real. Yeah, definitely.
We just completely derail. Like
Shout out Indy 5 though.
Right. Hold on. I'm excited for it.
I am too.
I just think it's so funny that we went from just talking about She-Hulk to going on this like Harrison Ford tangent. That says a lot about She-Hulk, or it might say a lot about us and our ADHD. But
yeah, it could be.
It could
I don't know. I enjoyed She-Hulk well enough.
I also enjoyed Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls. It's a really great movie.
Oh, get it. Quit.
I stand by it. I actually like it. I'm sorry. I know that will cause some friction, so I had to say it.
No, I just think it's funny that was thrown in there. Just like, but for the record, I really liked. I really liked the movie where Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones, survived a nuke by hiding in a fridge.
Aliens.
Yeah.
He came out with no broken
Shia
bone.
LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah. There was like some greaser jock fight in that movie, and
yes,
there
is.
There were man-eating fire ants and aliens and the nuke refrigerator, and that's
CGI
all I
monkeys.
remember. Yeah.
CGI monkeys. You know, remember that scene where he's swinging with the CGI monkeys and it looks really bad?
Oh, I've blocked that out of my memory.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't remember it looking bad, but I remember that scene though.
Go look it up on YouTube after this and watch it. It really doesn't hold up.
I just remember the one. It's Russians, right? Are they dealing with Russians?
Yes.
In the movie, yeah. That bald Russian dude falling into like the fire ant pit, and the fire ants start going. Yeah. Oh, that's scary. But
that one's brutal.
Heavily off topic.
Why did it have to be ants?
Kind of heavily off topic, but we said bad CGI. You know what CGI doesn't hold up? The Scorpion King and The Mummy Returns.
Oh, okay. I was just like, yeah, sure, great. The most obvious answer. Here I was thinking like you were going to segue into like Rings of Power. I'm like, I don't think there's really like bad CGI in that show.
You know what CGI doesn't hold up? Bowling pins on the TV in the bowling alley. That stuff's terrible.
That stuff used to seem so realistic back in the day.
I thought they were actually filming it happen while I was bowling.
They should have used practical effects, damn it. Yeah. And Rings of Power is another show that I've watched but haven't finished yet.
And tell me, why haven't you finished it?
Well, I think largely
it's because you're just uninterested in it?
The episodes are very long.
Yeah,
and
this finale is long.
And largely, and I've made this, the big comparison is HOTD versus, Rings of Power. There are long episodes where not a lot always happens, there's, and not that every single episode has to have a giant battle sequence or, some death-defying cliffhanger or some crazy wild plot twist, but, like, I don't know, even when the things do happen, like,
but they don't happen.
They're not.
Everything you just said, I don't think happened in that show at all.
And
none of that happened.
Also, they split and they leave stories. Like there's the guy who fell from the star with the Harfoots or whatever, and like
there are like 3 episodes where you don't even focus on that. You never see them.
And then he touches a tree and a tree branch falls on a little boy, and then they shun him away. And then in the morning, all the trees are growing, and it's like haven't really spent much time with this guy. I saw him yeet blast some wolves and freeze a pool, and kill some fireflies, and then 3 hours went by and I didn't see him. And so I don't know. I feel like it's one giant setup season. I haven't seen the finale, but I feel like it's just here's a setup for something that's going to be popping off.
I don't like that this was essentially just a setup season. And I know you haven't seen the finale. I don't think this is too much of a spoiler, but like half the cast is not even in that last episode. Like, like come on, like that's so dumb.
I will say The plots that I actually really liked, I liked Elrond and Durin. The whole
Crimson
like
Jewel.
dwarf plot line, I really liked it. I found it engaging and fun, and just dwarves in Middle Earth in general are really fun. I just think they're always a blast, and I really liked the Stranger and the Harfoots. I liked their stuff. I wish there was more of it. Um, and uh Gladriel is kind of sort of the main focus of the season, or that's the intention, but I didn't warm up to Gladriel's plot or her goals, her ambitions until the finale, and I feel like by that point it's a little too late. Again, we brought it up. It's all set up. It's setting up like season 2, and that's all it is. And I'm like, why couldn't you just have given us what we needed earlier? Like this, the reveals in the finale feel like something that should have happened at the mid-season point.
Yeah.
Cause even with the dwarves and Elrond plotline, there's a lot of stuff that goes on that just feels like it's going in circles. Like they're always like they're making progress, and then there's like a setback, and it's always like Durin's father doesn't want them to be doing this, and then they do it anyway, and then Durin's father doesn't want them to be doing this, and they do it anyway, and it's just kind of like, can we just?
Wow, and I just now realized we didn't even get really any Balrog this whole season.
I assume he's in Mount Doom or something.
Well,
no, he was.
I mean, you saw the last episode, not the
with
finale,
the myth,
but
the mithril. Yeah, okay.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
down at the bottom, and then
yeah.
we saw like the
that was
one
it.
bit of him in the flashback explaining the origins of Mithril, where he was fighting the one guy by the tree struck by lightning. So yeah, I feel like even that the Balrog was only included for like
2 seconds.
trailer promotion. It's just for marketing purposes, just to get people to watch. Like, oh, remember the Balrog scene from the Lord of the Rings series? This show's gonna have a Balrog, and then it just kind
For
of
5 seconds.
for 5 seconds it roars. And you go, wow, this is going to be a great finale. And then
it wasn't.
It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like, it feels
like a flop.
I want to support the show because
Same,
it has so much cool stuff going on and so many cool elements that they are exploring. I want to learn more about this world, and I do care for the characters, and I want to learn in that regard. But just behind everything, it feels, I mean, it's an Amazon series. It feels soulless. It feels like it is a cash grab. It feels like they put a bunch of money behind it, knowing it's going to be successful, and then they just didn't really take too much care in it.
Yeah.
The actors are doing a great job. They cast everyone really well. Like, I think all of that is great. The production design is great. It's an overall great show, but I just can't help but feel like it has no soul. And I think that's one of the biggest detractors for me.
Your soul is mine.
I, of course, want this show, obviously season 2 now, to be better and do better because, you know, I'm a Lord of the Rings guy, sort of. You know, I watched the movies growing up, and I don't like Game of Thrones, so I don't have that. Everybody has Game of Thrones. I don't. So I really wanted this to be good, and it just wasn't. It was not that great. A little disappointing.
Yes, Caleb gave it a 6 out of 10. I have not finished it. Bailey, what would you score it?
I'd probably go like, I'd probably be generous and give it like a 6.8, 6.9 out of 10.
Nice.
It's like that fine, like it's
Bailey,
that,
you horny devil.
God
I'm
damn.
sorry. It legit feels like it's good enough to warrant like that level of rating. I wish it were higher, but I can't justify giving it beyond a 7, you know? There's just so many things are holding it back from being as good as it should be. But
without having seen the finale yet, I'm definitely vibing in that range as well, I think. So,
well, nice. Isn't that just
You know
nice?
what? You know what's not a 6.9 out of 10, but probably has a lot of 69 in it.
House of the Dragon?
HOTD, baby. That show's fucking awesome.
Hot D. Oh, you said that earlier, and I didn't know what you meant by that.
So good.
Hot D.
Let's
Okay.
It's so freaking good. That show is just a flamethrower.
Oh yeah, the finale's tomorrow.
Yes. Yep.
Right.
Very excited.
Oof.
Yeah.
And I hated it because I saw a clip on Twitter and I thought it was like one of the deleted scenes that people had been posting or one of the cut scenes. No, it was just straight up a scene from the next episode. And I was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
So I've already had a moment spoiled for me.
I've seen the little teaser trailer that they put for the next episode, and it looks like it's going to be awesome. I mean, oh, mama, it looks cool.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. So, fuck the queen, fuck Kristen Cole, smug ass.
Oh, don't say that, because Team Green is going to be on our ass about this.
Well, then...
No, but seriously, fuck the queen, fuck Kristen Cole. I hate all of them.
Kristen Cole is like that Andrew Tate guy that everybody hates.
Death to the British hierarchy.
Yeah, well, yeah, the other queen's dead, and I'm fine with that too, so...
I just assumed that's what you meant.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Well,
FBI's going to be knocking on our door any minute now to be like, hey, you know those people that we don't like? Stop talking bad about them.
The FBI doesn't care about the queen.
I'm sure they do in some capacity.
Oh, Bailey, the queen's not American.
I know.
This is America.
This is America.
We gotta
Oh, yeah. Are we pretty much done talking about shows? Because we can move on to, like, my candy segue.
Oh, Bailey's got a candy segue. Is it about candy yams, perhaps?
It's
Candy
about
cans?
it's about movie theater candy.
Would even
a
like
story that
theaters.
both of you are hopefully very familiar with, but I don't know if our viewing audience
What is a movie theater?
A movie
Please
theater.
Explain.
I wanted to bring up the mystery, spooky, the mystery of the Junior Mince Thief. I forgot you didn't have your soundboard. I was kind of hoping you'd play something, but no. So yeah, talk about it. What do you guys remember of it?
Well, it's your story, Bailey.
Tell it.
Okay, so basically, I just remember going into a staff meeting one early Saturday morning, bright and sunny. And I just remember our manager was like standing in front doing the usual spiel, and then he just whips out this whole thing of like, "Hey,
his dick."
I mean, that would have been traumatizing for everyone. But he was like, "Hey, whoever is stealing the Junior Mints from the candy stockroom, stop it. We don't know who it is, but if you keep doing it, we're taking away all of your perks. No free movies, no free popcorn, no free sodas, and we are already going to put a lock on the door, so you have to get a manager if you need more stuff out of there." And then, I think the Junior Mince Thief still continued to do it despite the fact that we had the locked door. And we didn't lose our perks, thankfully, but then it just suddenly stopped. After, I don't remember her name, but she got fired. And we shouldn't say her name if you do know, but she like got fired and suddenly...
Say it, you coward.
No, I'm not going to say it.
Say the first name. Say the first name.
Stopped. I don't remember her name.
I don't believe you.
I don't remember her name.
Zach, do you know who he's talking about?
He was talking about the one girl that got fired. Was it like Caitlyn or something like that?
It might have been.
See, I don't even know who that is. That was probably before me.
I don't know. She got fired, and then the Junior Mince Thief activities just stopped. However, I still am wondering if it was a manager the whole time, because they're the only ones who had access to the key. It might have been Jake. I don't know.
Hey, Jake, which one? Got him.
Dude, yeah, honestly, I could see Jake doing it. But is Jake a Junior Mints guy? He was the nacho guy. He would just come down and make nachos.
Yeah, that's true.
He would,
And
but also
try to seduce me.
Yeah.
But Jake also was the kind of guy.
Some dick.
I feel like he just like ate anything that you set in front of him.
He was a guy who had a peanut butter allergy and would just eat Reese's peanut butter cups anyway.
Oh, Jake.
He's just like, they're just so good. I just like take some allergy medicine before I eat.
Oh. I didn't know about that, but
Yeah.
no. Again, I don't know, it holds credence to him potentially being the junior mince thief because he had the key, he had access to the room unsupervised, and he had the power to say like, "Oh yeah, I didn't see anyone.
Yeah,
I'm
he
the
was too
authority
attractive to
figure."
ever be blamed, too. Like, nobody would
True.
actually think it would be Jake.
It's
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
like dumb puppy cute, where it's like, oh,
I can't
he
be
would
mad.
do that.
Yeah.
He would never pee on the floor. He knows he's too cute for that. It's like, oh,
Exactly.
sure.
I got sneaky video of Jake singing Drake while counting money in the back room.
I think
Good one. My favorite thing. Well, I got a lot of fun Jake stories. One time I ran into Jake at the club.
Oh, with the
And-
pineapple?
Oh no.
We did the clown lib.
Clown lib, yeah.
And then another time was Jake was screening the original Doctor Strange, and he he brought booze to the theater, and it was just me and Jake just drank some vodka sprites out of the Palace vending machine or whatever, and ate nachos and watched Doctor Strange while we were on the clock. And it's like, huh, I'm getting paid to do this. This is great.
Yeah, I watched. Fuck, what was it? It was the first Fantastic Beast with him. We were screening that together, and he had the volume so effing loud. It was so like he cranked that. It was insane. I think I was deaf for like the next day. But that was Jake's great. Shout out Jake.
Chris was probably like, "Yeah, you really gotta turn the volume up. Let the THX roar, baby."
I gotta lock myself in my manager's office while it goes off so I can feel the vibrations from Theater 1.
I swear to God, we tripled the volume when we had the Tron movie.
Oh,
you could hear it from outside. It was like,
funny stuff.
movie theaters. Those are a thing that maybe won't be a thing.
Nice transition to the candy.
Right. Yeah. Well, continuing the candy thing, I just remember like during the final days, they were just like, we need to get rid of all this candy. So we're just going to sell it all for like 25 cents, 50 cents, or 75 cents, depending on the candy. And it still didn't manage to sell out all of it.
Rip.
Pepperoni.
But we got to take some free stuff home whenever we were tearing everything down.
So
I took a bunch of candy.
Caleb's entire space.
Yeah.
Well,
I found some in my closet like a few months ago. I was like, "Oh my god, this is from the palace. It's still here? Ugh."
I was just saying that's like Caleb's entire living space. It's just things left over from the palace. Are you still driving around with sheaths of large cups in your car?
No, I think that's been out for a while. For a while though, I did have a bunch of old palace memorabilia in the back of my car, but no, that's in the garage somewhere right now.
Right.
Wonderful.
I've got a couple palace seats I'm trying to restore. I'd like to. Because I took 3 seats from the theater.
Nice.
Oh, nice. I think I have the giant B for the marquee, and then I have one of the like no cell phones, no talking signs. The one that was like covering up a hole that someone punched in the wall.
I took one of those too. Yeah. I got one of those. I got a shit ton of posters too.
I remember it was the hole that Zach slipped a note in before he got fired or something like that.
Zach had hidden notes everywhere before he got after.
I know. Yeah, that was fun trying to find him.
Yeah,
and then finding what's his name? He left all the raps written inside of the
Kyrie
buckets. I think it was it. Yeah,
I think that was his name. Kyrie.
Like,
yeah, he had raps.
It was just like
in the display buckets.
Like we read them and we're like, I mean, this is a little concerning. This is a little aggressive. Like the stuff he was writing in these raps was like, should we call someone for like help for this guy? He needs a therapist or something.
He was a strange guy, that's for sure.
He was odd.
Apparently he got mad at, I think it was like Devin. Whenever Devin, I think it was like Devin went to a restaurant that Kyrie was working at, and then like Devin noticed him but didn't really want to talk to him, because he wasn't a server or anything like that. But then like Kyrie messaged him, was like, "Hey man, you saw me at the restaurant. Why didn't you say hi?" And Devin's like,
Sorry, my charger
Sorry.
was in the shop.
Sorry, my dad needed a ride to the FBI headquarters. I had to give him a lift.
Our personal helicopter was shut down for the evening. Yeah. Nobody actually knows what this is. This is getting out of hand.
"Yeah, this is
here.
getting a little inside jokey." Anyway,
Yes.
Dad
Let's
might
talk
know.
I
about
guess
candy.
candy
Dad might.
segue
We're gonna
666.
666. We're gonna do our top 6 candies, Halloween candies. There was really no rules or specifications on how to choose this. I just kind of generally said, what candy are you like most excited to get on Halloween? Like, back, you dump out your Halloween bag. Which ones are going to be the ones that you're going to go through first?
Sure,
And
yeah.
it's not Whoppers. Whoppers are going to be the last damn thing left. Whoppers are
Yeah.
terrible. So, like, what are the ones where you see them and you're like, hell yeah, that's priority candy? Obviously, we didn't live, Bailey lived in Chesterfield.
Yes,
didn't live
full-size
in
candy
Chesterfield.
bars.
Full-size candy bars.
Oh, we never got the full-size candy bars. We lived in discount Chesterfield.
Chesterfield.
I imagine
I
Jeff
don't know.
taxed your candy when you guys came back and
Oh,
just
yeah.
took some for himself.
Oh, like the Homer Simpson thing where he
Yeah.
has his kids like dump it out for him and he inspects and takes whatever he wants and gives
Yeah.
them the rest.
What's the candy that Jeff is taking off the top? So I don't know. It would be easy just to say like full size this, full size that, but I just went with like just general. for
Yeah, I'm
myself
going to try and be
personally.
a little realistic. Think back to when I actually went trick-or-treating. Because I never got full-size
Indeed.
candy bar.
True.
Neither did
Right.
I.
I'll just go. We just start at the bottom, go to the top. I'll
from the
start
bottom
with
now we
number 6, and this is not like necessarily my favorite candies. Period. I'm thinking
Right.
like Halloween.
Thinking
vibe.
Halloween, yeah.
So number 6, a candy that's maybe not even really that good. But I went with the little Marvel candy sticks, the little candy cigarette things.
Oh, wow,
They come in
yeah.
like little
Jeez.
Spider-Man and
Yeah,
Wolverine
I love those
boxes and
things.
stuff. Yeah, they don't taste like anything. Like
No.
they taste like chalk and sugar.
Chalky
but
sugar, yeah.
when you're a child, you can pretend like you're smoking a cig, and even though cancer is bad, smoking cigarettes always looks cool.
Badass, yeah.
So yeah, I went with candy cigs as my number 6 there.
Candy cigs,
Felt
that's
like
good.
it had to be mentioned.
Yeah, no, that's good. I wish I would have thought of that. That's good.
Well, what did you think of?
Well, starting out a little generic here, but I still am a fan of them, but I don't know, I felt like I always ate them a lot first whenever I'd get my Halloween at the end of the day, but Smarties. I'm a big Smarties guy. I would always eat
nice.
those whenever
The
I
other
dumped out my bucket.
smokable candy where you just
Yeah,
crush
just
them up and then you can.
Yeah, and then wrap it up.
Snort.
Snort. Yeah, I've done that before.
Multi-use.
Smarties are good
Okay.
though. I like the sour ones. They're not sour, but they're good. Sometimes I'd get those too. So Smarties. There we go.
There we go. I'm also
Yay.
going a little generic for my first pick, and that's just M&Ms. I just think M&Ms are good.
M&Ms.
Just the plain. I'm not a fan of the peanut M&Ms. If they had peanut butter,
Peanut
I
butter
would-
M&Ms.
that's great.
No,
Yeah,
I don't
but-
like the peanut butter ones. I think they're weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
Weird.
strangely, I hated the peanut ones at first, but I kind of like them now.
The peanut ones have grown on me, but
Yeah.
peanut butter is better.
Yeah,
I think the
That's-
peanut butter
that's
in
my
the center is just weird. It's like if it tasted more like Reese's cut peanut butter,
See,
I could mess with it, but I don't like.
I was
whatever
gonna
they got in there.
I was gonna make a hot take and say peanut butter M&Ms are better than Reese's Pieces.
No.
yeah.
Oh.
I'll second that. But
I'm not
anyway.
a fan of peanut.
You'll learn later on in my list that I am a big chocolate and peanut butter guy, but I never received peanut butter M&Ms for Halloween. It was always just peanut M&Ms or regular M&Ms. So
Yeah,
I decided
that's
I'm
fair.
just going to go with the regular M&Ms.
Nice.
That's fair. Back around to me, number 5. I'm gonna go with I think they're called like Dark Midnight. It's the dark chocolate Milky Ways. They're like the
Ew.
midnight black Milky Ways.
Dark chocolate's ass. I'll just say it.
Well,
Yes.
Dark chocolate is typically not great, but I don't know. I think this goes really well. And if you were to like ask our mom, she would be like, "That's not real. That's not even dark chocolate."
Yeah.
'Cause
She likes her dark chocolate.
I gave her like a Hershey's dark chocolate one time, and she's like, "That's too sweet. That's not dark chocolate." So, but I like these. I don't know. They seem spookier, like because they're midnight or whatever. But I love Milky Ways just in general, and this is just kind of like a Halloween themed Milky Way. I would say I probably like a regular Milky Way more than these.
Yeah.
But these just kind of have that vibe. I'm a caramel. I like
Oh,
caramel, caramel.
Caramel. I don't. I
Caramel.
think it's always been caramel for me.
It is for me. If you say caramel, let's fight.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Cool. It's
So that's
definitely
fine.
just where you're from.
Oh,
Probably.
100%.
Yeah. Next on my list, would probably have to be I guess Reese's is really the only one that does it. I think, but like the shaped Reese's, where they're like a pumpkin or a bat or whatever.
The pumpkin Reese's.
Yeah, they just. I don't really understand how, but shaped things just taste better. They do.
It's better.
Shaped mac and cheese, better. Shaped Reese's, better. It's just better. I don't understand it, but yeah, shaped and it doesn't even matter which shape. It could be the Christmas tree one around Christmas time. It just tastes better. So
The laziest one of those is the Easter egg.
the Easter egg.
Yeah, it's just an oval.
Hey, but what's crazy is it tastes better.
I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, I mean it does.
I was gonna say. I think out of all of the shaped Reese's, the Easter egg tastes the best. I don't know why.
I could see that or the Christmas tree.
I actually didn't really like the Christmas tree one.
Really?
I've never been a fan of that one in particular.
You hate
You
Christmas,
hate
okay?
Jesus.
Apparently, but oh well. Speaking of hating Jesus,
Oh,
it has nothing
yeah,
to do with hating Jesus, but sure, whatever.
Kit Kat's more like mid cats.
Well, you said Kit Kat?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I just think
Kit Kat's
just
is
think-
like one of my favorite candies of all time.
I was gonna say I just like something that is it has a gimmick. It's just you break the Kit Kat bar, and yeah, it drives me up a wall whenever people like take the full thing and just take a bite out of it.
Well, then don't
And
be
I'm
around
like-
me.
Oh God, no! You got to break the pieces off. That's their intended purpose. It's the intended use.
Similarly, I want to ask, how do you eat string cheese? Do you peel it or do you just bite it?
oh,
I
peel
don't
it.
eat string cheese. I'm not 7 years old.
Okay, tell that to Disney Junior, you loser.
Bluey.
See, Junior, hey, fuck
Bluey.
you.
But yeah, string cheese. I peel it.
Yeah, I do both, but yeah.
Okay.
Sociopath.
Anyway, so we've determined that if you don't break your Kit Kat bars, you are a certified sociopath, and Netflix is going to make a documentary about you.
Making a murder.
In the style
Caleb
of
Kellner.
making a murder, yeah.
It's like, this is Caleb Kellner, and his crime. Biting Kit Kat bars without breaking them, and everyone gasps, and they just play like lightning sound effects.
Hey, that's pretty fucked up, man.
Jesus. They have like all these experts like sitting around. They're like, you see, whenever my clients bite into a Kit Kat bar without breaking it, that is a sign that they were never held as a child. And it's just like, oh Jesus.
They got like me
rip
wrapped
into
up in a
Caleb
room.
with like all of these like untruth things, and everyone's like, wow, Caleb's a monster. And it's like, nah, he just has a preference. That's all. It's not like a
They put me in a
deep
Hannibal Lecter
sociological
mask
problem.
or something. Look at this monster here.
Look at this monster. The only
Kit
way
Kat.
It's like there's only enough room for them to break off a Kit Kat and slide it in through your mask to eat it, and so they basically
One size
force you
Kit
to
Kat.
eat
Yeah.
it. You're like, no, I can't do it. I refuse to eat that way.
We'll die here rather than eat. Yeah, that they're forcing you to starve to death or eat Kit Kats the normal way. That's your punishment. Yeah.
Love
Kit
it.
Kat's mid. Yeah. You know what's not mid? My number 4. And it is those little blue wrapped Tootsie Rolls, the vanilla flavored
Are you
Tootsie
sure about
Rolls
that?
that you get.
Oh
yeah, the
my
fruit chews.
Yeah, that's actually on my
God.
list as well.
Those things are so
Really?
good.
Yeah, those things are really good. They're
Oh.
underrated.
Yeah. Now the
Oh,
other, there's
geez.
like an orange one and a yellow one. and a
Orange,
green
red,
one.
yellow, green, blue, right?
Those are okay, but those are good. But the blue, the vanilla Tootsie Rolls, mwah, mwah, ah. I mean, I don't know. It's better than a regular Tootsie Roll. in
Yeah,
my
regular
opinion.
Tootsie Rolls are kind of booty hole. I mean, they are what they are, right?
Just get
They
stuck to your
literally are
teeth
just
and-
sticks of poop.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. For
so
go ahead.
I was just gonna say the white Tootsie Rolls, the vanilla Tootsie Rolls are just too good, and I think you can probably get them at times that aren't Halloween, but I feel like
I never see him. I feel like I never see him, but I'm never really
Right.
looking.
yeah,
But yeah, those are on my list. Not the blue one or the vanilla one specifically, but just the colored Tootsie Rolls. I didn't know what their actual names were, but yeah, those things are awesome. I was thinking about those like last week because they have regular Tootsie Rolls at one of the places I work at, and I was like, oh yeah, they've got those colored ones. And then yeah, those things are good. Those are good. I like them.
smart man.
Smart man.
Cool. Does that move on to
Cool.
me?
Yeah.
Because Caleb. Okay, cool.
So,
ma'am.
was that your number 4 also, Caleb?
I in no particular order. It's on my list, but I didn't have an order, so I went ahead and just set that one.
Gotcha.
Cool. I put down. I know y'all are gonna get up in arms about this, but double bubble gum. I love it. I love it. It was always like something that was in there that I was like, this just feels correct. And so whenever I had it, I would pull that out almost first. So
Hey kid, you want to chew on this pink rock that loses flavor after 15 seconds?
but you can blow huge bubbles. That's the appeal.
It's tough.
And the
man.
sugar. And the sugar.
Yeah,
I do not care for my teeth.
Gum, I just don't know.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
I chew gum pretty much every single day, so.
Yeah, but there's way better gum than Double Bubble.
Well, I know that now, but whenever I'm going trick-or-treating and stuff, Double Bubble was like the shit.
I don't know. It just gets cold sitting in the bottom of your
It
bag.
and the
then it
Whoppers were the
hardens.
last things in my bag.
Yeah.
Oof.
Julie's probably just got Whoppers later down at league number 1 or something.
Mhm.
Just to upset me.
Oh, yeah.
My number 3 is going to be 100 grand. 100 grand.
Oh, I forgot about those. Those were so good.
Those are good.
Dang. Yes, 100 grams are awesome.
As previously mentioned, big fan of caramel, and this is basically just kind of like
crunchy caramel.
Yeah, it's like the Star Crunches,
Yeah.
the Little Debbie Star Crunches,
Yes.
except better.
Dang, I might put that on
so-
my list. I might put that on. I forgot about
Change
that.
it up on the fly here. They're just good. Yeah, like that's one of the ones where like I would like, you dump your candy out at the end of the night and you're like sorting them out and you're like 100 grand? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it's
those
maybe not going to be the first one to go, but I'm going to be happy when I
so
get there.
delicious in your mouth.
In your mouth.
In your mouth. Yeah, I'll go ahead. I'll say Kit Kat because I did already say that I do like the Kit Kats. I won't talk about it too much, but yeah, Kit Kats. I know you said they're mid-Zach. I think they're one of the best. I absolutely love them. I like and I guess they are around Halloween. I feel like I didn't really get them during Halloween growing up, but like I do like I think they're covered in orange and they're like I think they're white chocolate, but they're orange colored.
Ooh,
Those are really
yeah,
good.
those
are really. I don't think I
those are
got
fun.
those too much growing up in Halloween, but I see them now all the time, and they're pretty good.
They were kind of like later on in my trick-or-treating days. I don't
Yeah.
think they had them like whenever I was little, but I
same.
remember like the final years of trick-or-treating, like I remember getting those and being like, "Ooh, that's cool."
Yeah,
I
those are
still
pretty good.
preferred the just regular chocolate.
Yeah, regular's
ones.
definitely the best, but it's a nice switch up on those white ones from time to time.
Yeah,
Hey, you know what
for the
is
Halloween
a-
season.
You know what is actually good?
Candy corn.
No. What
Oh,
I was
God.
going
I
to
was kidding, by the way.
say
Kidding.
there is and I've only ever seen them at the local Asian food market.
Are you sure about that?
Are you gonna say the strawberry Kit Kats or
I was
something?
not going to say the strawberry Kit Kats. I was going to say
Blueberry
the matcha green tea.
Oh,
Kit
I've seen
Kats.
those. I don't like
I've-
tea. Why would I?
I've
ever
heard
like
the
that?
matcha one is really good, even if you don't.
It,
like
it doesn't.
tea.
It doesn't taste like tea.
What does it taste like?
Like matcha.
What
It-
is matcha? I'm sorry.
It's like this green. I don't know how to describe matcha. It's green. It's sweet. It's very good.
Just imagine they took Yoshi, threw him into a bowl, and started hitting him with hammers until he turned into goo, and then put that in your tea. That's matcha.
Okay.
Jesus.
There was a video on Twitter from like a few years ago where they were making matcha, and whenever they're like hitting it with all these hammers, they were playing like Yoshi pain and death noises. I don't know. It was just like, oh no. All right, my number 3 is probably I feel like this might be the controversial one. I like
Double bubble?
Butterfingers.
They're okay, but they
Butterfingers
just
are
piss
fine.
me off when I have to scrape them out of my teeth.
That's
Out of your
that's
teeth.
more than fair, but you know, I love peanut butter in general, so I'm kind of used to that. So yeah, I don't know, just Butterfingers for me were always like they would stand out whenever you dump out your candy bowl because you're like, hey, there's that yellow wrapper I love so much. Let me pull these out and put them aside, and you know, they were just easy to find and they always tasted good to me, and I like a good crunch with my chocolate bars.
I would say Butterfinger was maybe like first off my list. No, not as in like not in a bad way. Not as in like this was I immediately ruled it out. When I say first off my list, I mean that would have been my runner up. Like that was probably my 7 if we were to do top 10, for example. Butterfinger definitely would have been in my top 10.
Got it. Okay. I thought you were saying like, yeah, because they have yellow wrappers, they were easy to see, so I just threw them away first. Or
No.
Fuck yellow.
Fuck yellow.
It's the worst Power Ranger.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know. I've tried to think of a thing.
That was definitely
Another thing
It
is
was.
thing here. I don't know. Well, I hate The Simpsons. How about that?
There you go.
There you go.
Okay.
It's a little bit better.
Oh, they were sponsored by Butterfinger for a while. Remember those Butterfinger commercials where Homer was trying to get the Butterfinger from Bart?
Not at all.
And they were
honestly.
like, "Dope, you stupid kid." Blah, 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 blah.
I think they were like, "Don't lay a finger on my Butterfinger," and that was like a slogan for a while.
I think that is still a slogan.
Yeah. Oh well, whatever.
You know what's better than a Butterfinger?
What?
Caramel apple pop. That is my number 2.
Caramel apple. I like the
Caramel
sucker.
apple pops.
What
Suckers.
the hell?
Those
Yep.
are good, yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
They're good, yeah.
Oh, are those? Sorry, are
The
those
little
the
green suckers that are dipped in caramel.
Okay, yeah, it took me a second to like think about like what the hell are you talking about? And now I'm like, oh yes, I remember now.
Mm-hmm.
Caramel
I
apple pops.
I rarely got those, so
Those are winners for me, man.
Those are
I just-
really good. I had one
They're
not too long
delicious.
ago. They really are hard on the teeth, though.
Yes.
Like
Yeah, they'll jack your
insane,
teeth up.
yeah.
Yeah, they'll mess you up good.
don't eat them with braces.
No,
No.
yeah, of course not.
Heavens no. But yeah, that's just like a classic Halloween candy. Like that's one that you like don't see, except for around this time of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And unless you're really looking for it. And I just really like them. As previously mentioned, big caramel guy, and caramel apple, delicious.
Yeah, definitely. Next up for me, my candy, Milk Duds. Milk Duds.
Oh,
Oh God, you're calling them
No.
Malk Duds too.
Malk Duds? I didn't say Milk
Yeah.
Duds.
You're saying Malk Duds.
Milk Duds.
here's
That
the
one
thing,
sounded
Caleb.
more like
That's
milk,
what I said.
but-
Whatever. What, Zach?
We we were saying now. I don't hate Milk Duds. They're
Sounds
fine.
like you hate Milk Duds. You're coming
They're
in pretty
okay.
hot here.
Okay. The thing is, you were just dumping on Tootsie Rolls for being like little turds that get stuck in your teeth. That's all a Milk Dud is.
I didn't
It's
say
a little
Tootsie Rolls
rabbit.
got
Milk
stuck in
Dud
my
is.
teeth. I just said Tootsie Rolls tasted like ass. I said Butterfingers got stuck in my teeth. However, I'll be honest though, I've come up with a strat to not get Milk Duds stuck in your teeth.
Or are
All
gonna
you
do the
gotta
thing where
do-
you mash it against the top of your mouth with your tongue or something?
No, you just literally kind of suck on it for a little bit before you start biting into it, and it softens everything up, and you're good. I used to get Milk Duds stuck in my teeth all the time. That's why I didn't care for them. But I started eating them, I don't know how long ago, and I was like, okay, this isn't that bad as I remember it to be. And they've grown. They've kind of come up to the topper part of my candy list here. So shout out Milk Duds. Malk Duds, as I apparently said. Malk Duds.
You said
Oh,
milk
thank
first, but now
you.
you're saying milk. Now that
I
I've
don't
called
think
you
I
out
said
on it.
Malk. I really.
You said milk.
I will look back. I'm pretty sure I did not say Malk.
It sounded like milk.
Malk.
Either way, not a great pick there.
Oh,
But
okay. Sure.
Probably the worst pick from all of us, and I had double bubble.
no, it's
Okay, shut up, Bailey.
Double Bubble's the worst pick so far. Hope
Damn
that's
it!
number
I was
two.
I was trying to cover my own ass there. Oh well. My number 2, probably just again another generic choice, an easy win. Reese's peanut butter cups. Just
Not even the
always
shaped
good.
ones?
Not the shaped ones.
Okay,
Not
animal.
yet. Not yet.
What, you're going to have 2 Reese's on your list? That's weird.
Yes.
Okay.
What a
Yeah,
weirdo.
no, the cups are fine. The one detractor that I have is if I pop these into my mouth, they're little edged things just like jam the roof of my mouth, and it's just uncomfortable to try to eat. That's all.
Hmm.
They're great.
Bailey, proud of you.
I'm proud
Made
of
it.
me too.
Good. Self-love is important, kids. Not as important as my number 1 pick, which is
Nice segue.
thank you. Which is the pumpkin Reese's. I did pumpkin Reese's number 1.
Oh hell
yeah.
yeah!
I did not. I too with Bailey would probably be. I would enjoy getting a normie Reese's, but I didn't double up on them. So I just went with the pumpkin Reese's at number 1 there. Reese's is a superior Halloween candy, chocolate, peanut butter together in perfect harmony there.
It's the perfect color of wrapping too for the season. It's
Yes.
orange
Yes.
and black, which is the colors of Halloween.
Yeah.
Spooky season.
Very spooky.
It's a good vibe. It's one that you're always excited to get, and yeah, it's just they never disappoint. I freaking go buy them at Target all the time and just eat them by myself. I don't pass out any candy for kids, and I just eat it all in my living room, and I enjoy it.
That's the way to do it.
Let's go.
Let's freaking go. So I guess for me, it's the $100,000. Honestly, before you had said that, I was gonna say I was gonna say the Crunch Bar. I liked that a lot growing up, but once you said $100,000, I remembered that. I was like, oh shit, that's gotta make it here. So yeah, $100,000. Am I living in an alternate universe, or did they used to be called $1,000,000?
No.
Were they ever anything different? Or are they always $100,000?
I think you're
they've
having a
always been
Mandela effect
100,000.
moment.
That's what I'm
It's always
thinking
been
too.
100,000.
Okay, because I swear growing up that they were $1,000,000 or something different, and then, but yeah, it might be the Mandela effect, or I just accidentally crossed into a different universe.
Yeah, I mean, also like $1,000 is 1,000, so
Yeah,
Probably 1,000 calories per bar.
could be, but it's worth it.
it's so good. Yeah.
Know you're worth it.
And then we get to my number 1, which is the Reese's
corn.
Peanut Butter Pumpkin.
Candy corn. Wow, Bailey.
Wow.
Yeah.
this
Yes, the
is-
Reese's Pumpkin superior.
They reign supreme. They were on, that's the one candy that was on all of our lists.
It is true.
Reese's
It's
helps
true.
bring us together.
I think that says something. What's the worst candy you can get?
Candy corn.
Candy corn, yeah.
See, I would say
I would actually probably venture to say anything with a razor blade inside of it. But
Yeah. Thankfully, haven't come across one of those yet.
yeah, thankfully that is actually just a very small anomaly that occurred in Texas back in like the 50s because there was a psychopath, and now it's just kind of permeated our minds, and now everyone's like afraid of it, and they're like, check your kids' candy for razor blades. Like, it happened one time and it's never happened again.
Also, like, I just don't see how anybody could fall for that. I mean, oh look, this candy's been clearly opened. Let me eat it.
right.
I don't know.
Right,
Or oh
yeah.
wow, there's this weird metal
Again-
piece sticking out of my Reese's. Let me eat it.
I was gonna say,
I feel like
back
you
in,
would be able to
the
notice it
50s
more.
or 60s, I think it was like more common to just have like a tray of opened candies to give
Yeah,
out.
I think so
And
too.
nowadays it's like, yeah, no, just keep it in the wrapper.
Yeah, everything's individually wrapped now. Yeah.
Well, that's what I was gonna say about candy corn. Is I don't think candy corn is ass.
Pure
candy
ass.
candy
Yeah.
corn is terrible. But I don't think people really pass it out that much because usually it's just loose. Like I don't.
Yeah, it's
They
more
have
like a
individual
decoration
baggies.
than
Yeah.
Sometimes they have like those little mini bags of candy corn, but I'll tell you what. Also, I mean, I also feel like you don't get these in trick or treating too much, and I don't even know what they're called. I think they're Halloween related, but like they're just there's nothing on the wrapper. It's just like black and orange wrappered candy.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
Yeah,
What
those
even is
like
that?
I don't know, those chewies, they're toffees. I'm not sure
Yeah,
Those are
what they
yeah.
gross.
I think it might just be like a toffee. But
Yeah, I don't like those.
you know what
Um,
I have a distinct memory of, and I don't think I've ever had it since I was a kid. And it was these like in these little wrappers, they would have Halloween themed marshmallows, like bats, pumpkins, and stuff. They were like really tiny, but they were really good. I don't know if anyone else has had them. They were probably like limited run because they were just pure sugar and probably gave kids cancer. But I just remember eating so much of those,
I
and they
remember
just
those.
kind of stopped appearing in my Halloween basket.
Not sure. Only like were they covered in chocolate?
No, it
No?
was just they were just almost like Lucky Charms marshmallows,
Yeah.
except they were, themed as like bats and pumpkins and this and that. They're just kind of loose inside of a bag. I don't know. Maybe it's because like someone in my neighborhood would always get them and pass them out, and then they just moved or died or something.
I think your neighbor might have made those candies at home because I've never heard of those.
See, I was wondering that too, but I remember getting them in my Halloween basket and getting them at like there's a farm out near Stratford or on
Bailey,
the
did
way
you
to
start
Stratford.
seeing things or feel weird after you ate this candy?
I was a child, so I probably did see things, and I probably
little
perceived
loopy?
those as my reality, and it's probably affected me as an adult.
Yeah,
But
Jeff
who
isn't
knows?
Real.
Jeff
Yeah.
is not real. Jeff
You
has
just
been a
imagine
figment of our.
Jeff.
I've imagined Jeff, and
Oh.
everyone is just rolling with it, and they're just like, "Yes, Jeff.
just-
my
yes,
name's
Jeff."
Jeff."
All right.
They just spin the Thor Asgard quote. Asgard's not a place; it's a feeling. Jeff's not a person; he's a feeling.
Shout out to Jeff.
Shout out, Jeff.
This is a
And
good birthday episode for me.
Oh fuck! Happy birthday, Bailey! I knew it was your birthday all along.
As did I.
Well, joke's on you because it's not my birthday today. My birthday's Tuesday.
I knew that too,
As
and
did
I was
I.
joking you right here.
This was all just a big joke.
I gaslit everyone.
That's not cool, Bailey.
Everyone who was listening to this podcast just yelled happy birthday, and then they felt really stupid.
Luigi.
Take that, Jeff. Jeff got fooled.
Oh,
I'm just imagining Jeff in the next room being like, "Oh shit, is it really his birthday?" He just goes running out. This was a good episode. I wanted to also say the worst candy that I could think of is those Necco wafers.
Echo wafers.
Necco wafers. They're like terrible Smarties. They're like bigger and rounder.
Echo.
They're like bad Smarties. NECCO. But they're terrible. They're vile. But yeah. Necco.
Oh yeah, dude, those things are our ass. I remember those. That's like Tums.
I'm
They're
looking
just
at them
Tums.
now.
Yeah, they just taste
Yeah.
like medicine. Yeah, it's just
Wintergreen,
bad.
chocolate, lime, lemon, clove,
Ooh.
cinnamon, orange, licorice. Those are the flavors. Of course, they're
Yeah.
ass.
No, it's some Pepto
Who
Bismol.
flavors anything with just licorice or black licorice anymore?
What does
like
clove taste like?
clove?
Yeah, I've never heard of like.
I feel
Clove?
like it's
Clove.
almost minty.
It kind of. Clove is, I would say that's pretty accurate. Clove is Grandma Crandall's favorite flavor of gum. She loves clove-flavored gum.
Weird. Never even really heard of it. That's such a
It's very
horrible arraignment of
uncommon.
flavors. That's disgusting.
Yes, it is bad. It is a bad spread
Those
there
are
for
horrible.
sure. So, Necco wafers are horrible.
Ooh, now or
Halloween
laters
is-
are kind of bad. They're like really hard, chewy Starbursts.
Yes, they have their moments.
They have
but,
their moments, but they're just kind of annoying to eat.
I would say, like Milk Duds.
Oh yeah, my honorable mention was going to be Starbursts, And the only reason why I didn't put it on there is because every single
Freaking
Halloween,
orange ones.
I open them up and I'm like, I swear to God, I never get a pink Starburst, which is my favorite flavor.
Pink or red?
Pink and red.
Pink and red are the best. I can eat the orange and yellow. I don't have a problem with it, but I can acknowledge that they're just not the best.
Yeah, nobody cares about them though.
What you do is you eat two at the same time. You eat a bad one and a good one at the same time, and then it's just awesome.
Cancels each other out.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Shout out Starburst. Let's go.
Shout out Starburst. Shout out Kickboxer starring Jean-Claude Van Damme, which just scrolled by on my
Shout
Roku
out
there.
Brendan Fraser.
Shout out Adam Driver as Doctor Doom potentially. And,
yeah, that'll make that movie good finally.
No shout out to After Earth starring Will and Jaden Smith.
No.
Now on
But
Tubi.
shout out Karate Kid featuring Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan.
Yes. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that Karate Kid. It's got a great Justin Bieber song in there.
And remember the name?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we discovered that. Dude, I'm waiting for him to cross over in Cobra Kai.
Mike Shinoda.
No, Jaden Smith.
Oh, yeah, okay. It's like, that's weird.
Mike Shinoda. Yeah, sure. That's such a strange cameo.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tron Legacy.
Ooh.
Underrated masterpiece.
Shout out the Mario movie.
It's a me. I was
Luigi!
watching. Oh, I'm not.
Mushroom Kingdom, here we
go.
come. Someone said it sounds like Chris Pratt recorded all of his lines with a gun to his head, and Jack Black sounds like he recorded his lines pointing a gun at Chris Pratt's head.
There you go. There you go. Chris Pratt, Hollywood's worst Chris. The end.
Is that the end of the podcast?
I don't know, maybe. I don't remember when Caleb stopped.
Cool.
It,
I haven't stopped yet. I will now, though.
Wonderful. I think that'd be a fun place to stop. It's just like, is that the end of the podcast? And then just